Welcome back, everyone, to Sunrise. Thank you so very much for being here with us on CVM, as we're always here with and for you. Yeah. Wherever you are in the world, we've got you covered. Just remember to log on, listen in, and do spread the word. Now, to a discussion that dives deep into the heart of Caribbean storytelling. Today, we're joined by an incredible writer and publisher, Tanya Batson-Savage, right? And award-winning writer and environmental activist, Diana Macaulay, here to explore the vibrant world of Caribbean literature, the power of words, and the importance of preserving our environment through storytelling, all within the amazing setting of the Calabash Literary Festival in the Breadbasket Parish of St. Elizabeth, right there in Treasure Beach. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to Sunrise. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
I like your shirt. It says all bless up.
Yes,
love that. So bless up. Now, Calabash, I remember when it started from way back when in 2001, and it has grown exponentially since. It is the biggest literary festival, to my mind, in the Western Hemisphere, as far as I'm concerned. It has touched so many lives and has brought literature to front and center in a very relaxed, loving, expressive, colorful way that is quite commendable. Talk to us about this year and what makes it so different and unique.
So first thing is our theme, right, which is Bless Up this year, because we are giving gratitude and we are feeling the gratitude of having so much loyal audience coming back and again, and having these amazing writers that are lining up. We have an amazing group of writers, including Diana Macaulay, who will be reading from Lovers Rock, which is an audio only love stories from Jamaican writers based all over the world. So that is one thing to look forward. We're having people like Safia Sinclair. We're having 4 Booker Award winners, right? On a beach, because this is Jamaica and we do things different, right? You know, so we're having all that. We're having Cheryl Lee Ralph in conversation, you know, so we're having an amazing group. And on Friday evening, we are having, because we bring in the music too. So, or Midnight Ravers, which is what we call it, would include Zach Jones, Jazz Ellis, and Mortimer. So we're starting big, we're ending big Sunday. We're celebrating the album Marcus Garvey. So that's what we're doing on Sunday, as well as Annie John is the book that we're celebrating on Sunday. So a lot of things.
One of the things that I love about Calabash Literary Festival is that it's a complete experience. And when I think about like it's a proper festival. Are there other festivals like it? Is it compared to anything, or is it just very different in terms of its conceptualization and execution?
I think there is a way in which there are similarities, but it's also very different. Calabash has its own vibe. It's vibrant. The fact that it is on a beach, which is rare, and that it uses that, is a significant part of that. And the audience also is an important part of what's different about Calabash. Like, Calabashers come out to celebrate, and there is nothing like. One of the main differences is because we have a single tent that everybody performs under. So whether you are known or unknown, you have a massive audience, and that massive audience is very giving. And writers have often spoken about just how different it is to read in front of the Calabash audience.
Get Diana involved here because you're featured on the festival this year. Lovers Rock, talk to us about what we can expect from you. Is this your first time doing Calabash?
No, it's my third.
And how has it been for you?
Oh, fabulous. I love Calabash. And I think the thing that Tanya last said about everybody gets the same stage is the major thing that's different for me. Now, I haven't been to every literary festival in the world, but I've been to quite a few now. And if you're, they call us emerging, although I think I've emerged, but you know, or debut. You know, if you're at the beginning of your writing journey, you don't get the big stage. You get room 211 on the 5th floor. You know, so for me, that's the big thing about Calabash. And then there's this whole sort of Jamaican experience about it, the interaction of the audience, the fact that you encounter friends you haven't seen in years, school friends, people who have come from abroad for Calabash. It's a very different experience and a very rewarding and lovely one.
Right, well, our viewers who may not make it to Calabash, which I hope many of us will make it to Calabash, we want to, if you could give us a snippet of what a little reading.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit from my book that's out, as opposed to the short story, because I'll be reading from both. And just to tell you, this is Miss Pauline, my main character, who is 99 years old, and she's coming to the end of her life when the stones of her house, which she has taken from a plantation, great house, begin to speak to her. And she's preoccupied with the meaning of land, so this is her on land. Miss Pauline thinks about the meaning of land. She knows it's not eternal. If it can be owned, it can be stolen or sold, and new owners can do as they please with it. Excavate it down to bedrock and deeper, lay it to waste. Even weather wages war against land. Land can shake and rend and tear itself apart. And once people arrive, land ceases to be itself. It becomes the place where human events unfolded. It becomes its memories, ghosts, and tragedies. Here is where it happened, in this very place. Then borders are constructed, naming is done. But she has no sense of herself if she is not grounded. She is as much part of the land as the lowliest worm, the most insignificant pebble. Land give, she thinks, remembering her father's shelter at the top of his sloping, stony ground, where he watched over his crops day and night, catching a few hours of sleep on animal feed bags laid on the dirt. She thinks of the food she grew, and her ganja crop, and her father's swollen leg chopped with his own hand, wielding his own tool. Land give, and it take too, she whispers. Land is dangerous. Her mind feels fuzzy and thick like her mother's horse blanket. She wants to avoid the days and nights ahead. Her rejected religious instruction comes back to her, and she whispers, let this cup pass from me. And that night, the stones crackle like static from a radio. Behind the sounds, a faraway voice reaches for words.
Diana McCauley, A House for Miss Pauline. And you know one thing I love about literature and just reading, as Diana is reading it, you're conjuring your own ideas and you're envisioning what Miss Pauline looks like, the house, the wall, you know, the land and everything else. But talk to me though, because I know people want to get their tickets. They want to come down. Is it a thing where... Okay, go see there.
Calabash is free, completely free and open. All you have to bring is just your blessings and appreciation.
Yes.
That is the only.
What do people wear to Calabash? For somebody who has never been, but they're listening to Diana read now, and they're interested to see Shirley Ralph and the other wonderful writers.
Okay.
What you wear? Where you come with?
So you can wear whatever you want, and you have different people who wear different things. You'll have people who come as casual as they want to come, and you will have people who are in their resort where they're flamboyant, flowy dresses and bright and colorful. You know, so it varies. It is a mixture. It is a place of blending.
Do I need to take chairs, or do you
No,
provide
chairs are there, but especially when it gets very hot and there's space, sometimes people walk with their blankets, etc., spread out on the what's left of the lawn. You know, and sit there instead. So if you want to walk with a blanket, there's a beach there. So in between, if you want to walk with a towel to go down there, you know, yes. So so it's very relaxed, and you're able to do multiple things when you're there.
Children can come?
Calabash is
What's that?
not a children's festival. A few people do walk with their kids, and but it's always important to know that some of the content on stage will be adult only. So if you do make the decision to walk with your child, there will be readings where it's best for you to take them out.
To the beach.
Yes.
Well, as we go, Diana, what's it like? I was listening to you read, and my mind was thrown back to years ago. You were hosting a radio show at the time, talking about Calabash. What's it like coming from somebody who talks about Calabash to actually being an author on Calabash?
Well, words fail me on that score, even though words are my tools. It's a wonderful privilege. And this morning I'll go home and I'll pack up and I'll head down to Treasure Beach. It's one of my favorite parts of Jamaica as well. and it's just something I'm celebrating and so grateful for.
Absolutely amazing. So where can we find more information, by the way, on Calabash? Because it starts tomorrow, Labor Day, and it runs until Sunday.
Yes.
So persons, if you're looking for something to do, somewhere to
a whole
go.
weekend, yeah.
A whole
Plan your weekend.
Plan your weekend and go to Calabash and have a great day.
Yes.
Where can we find you?
CalabashFestival.org is our website, but you can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X at Calabash Festival. Right.
Awesome.
And our hashtag is Bless Up.
Bless
or
Up.
Calabash
Bless Up.
Fest 2025.
God bless up to you and
Lovely.
your team, and I wish you all the best and continued growth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Our guests have been Tanya Batson-Savage, writer and publisher, as well as Diana McCauley, award-winning writer and environmental activist. Coming up next, it's Kids Unfiltered. It's brought to you by Sunshine Snacks. Stay with us. It's still sunrise.